All right. When we left off, the five of you, surprisingly five of you, were
You
in.
missing somebody? I'm sorry.
Are we? 1, 2, 3,
Raven?
4. The four of you. Why do I have 5 characters on the screen?
Raven?
Because where's Raven?
Oh yeah, where is Raven?
Oh, when you use that headset, see if they can still hear you fine and whatnot, because I can't tell if the Comcast back on my work laptop.
All right. Well, I'm pinging Raven. See if we can get them in here.
And Shan Pink Raven on the Final Fantasy side.
Yeah, because Raven said something earlier about not wanting to miss it.
Headphones on. Can y'all hear me?
Yes. Oh, actually, I got something that's really, light and carefree. You ready?
You monster! No!
Well, I'm gonna go commit seppuku. You guys have a good one.
Dan's gonna go murder like everybody in the FC now.
Yeah. No, I that one was a joke. I do have something else.
No, no more. Okay, Shane can respect that.
Okay with this.
Okay, I am still upset. My wife said no to playing that during our wedding.
How dare she?
I wanted to rickroll everyone.
Shane would have applauded you.
Yeah.
I'm still doing it at my fucking funeral. Shan, if you outlive me, you're gonna enjoy it.
Dan highly doubts that.
Very true.
Oh, and Shane found out when the dice are coming.
Oh yeah.
October.
Ew.
Uh-huh. It says estimated delivery date 10/2022. So, yeah.
Man, they're not even in time for Winston's birthday.
Uh-huh. Well, Shane wouldn't let that Winston be anywhere near those.
Well, yeah, no.
They are a definite choking hazard.
You should get him a giant pair of baby dice.
Shan will look through the freaking dealer areas when Shan can, just like last year, and present to you via video call.
I look forward to it.
Just so you know, Shan's best chance of going through there would be sometime after 6 p.m. because that's kind of, when Shan's free for the day. So, about 6 something on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, because that will be the first day. Expect a video call from me, and we'll see what we can find.
Alright, I already have you blocked. Excellent.
What about Squirrel?
Why would I block her?
But if obviously I'm blocked to you, I'd just call Squirrel.
That's her problem.
Huh?
That's her problem, not mine.
Shan would tell her that it was exactly because you blocked that Shan's bugging her.
She'd understand.
All right, we'll give Raven a few more moments to show up. We'll just have creepy music and random sounds.
Raven says they're coming.
Okay. Well, once they do that, tell them to get in Discord. There it is.
Oh, yeah, apparently Shan heard something very funny today.
Apparently?
Oh, well, yeah. Apparently, Raven's child, Rika, in the FC, her new boyfriend makes Rika say, "Ara, ara." And Raven was like, "What is that?" And everybody in the chat just died.
The best way that I have to explain it to people.
So wait. When Raven gets in, Shan needs you to do the "Ara, ara" thing.
Okay. But the best way that I can explain what "ara ara" means to people is think of when George Takei says, "Oh my."
Except lady.
Yeah.
When Shan heard that, Shan was like, "Rika, you must bring your boyfriend back into this chat right now." So Shan can give that man props, because that's fucking funny as shit.
Yeah, hit him with the...
I'm being thin.
I'm sure it is partially Sin's fault.
Oh, I was talking to him. He didn't remind me. Got the memory of a gnat.
Back to the thing.
Who are you people? Why am I here? Where's
Oh.
my oatmeal?
I was told that when you came in, I needed to do this. And that you
It
knew
was
what
the
it
right
meant.
thing to do. It was the right thing to do. Good day.
Alright, so how you doing, Raven?
Good.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah, look, I didn't even have to ask 50 questions on how to open my window tonight.
Yeah. Everyone's in Foundry, because we'll have some dice to roll.
Don't want to. But I'll do it.
Okay.
Wow, Torch, what is up with your freaking internet?
I don't know, but fight me.
It's in 3000!
Yeah, I mean, if they fight you, you won't even see the 1st through 17th punches.
That's the sad thing is like, I'll do a speed test. I'm still doing great on my speed test. I'm doing like 90 up, 80 down. Sorry, reverse
What,
that.
bits? Is it just BPS, or does it have a letter in front of the B?
It's megabits, and actually I'm sitting at 106 right now, down.
Yeah, see, that's weird, because your voice is fine through Discord, but you're definitely like 3,000 ping for my server.
Oh yeah, I have no idea why the server hates me. Yeah, my up is 97. I just tested it. 102 down, 97 up.
Are you using a VPN or anything?
I've got my VPN off right now, even.
Huh. What browser?
This is on Chrome.
Same as Shan.
It's weird. There must be some sort of blockage between you and me. So, I mean, this Foundry's running on a computer that's sitting under my desk, so it's...
Well, he is out in the middle of bumfuck Egypt.
Yeah,
I have fiber internet, dude.
Yeah, which is better than Shan's, but still.
but like, yeah, it's weird, because like, everyone else is sub 100, and I know Sin is down in Florida. Shan, you're out somewhere.
Michigan.
Michigan. Raven's
Famous
farther
torch.
away. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's messed up. Like, I could go download 40 gigs in under an hour, but Shan and I have a completely different connection to you, even though we're like 40 minutes apart.
Yeah.
Maybe because Shang closer to a city than you are?
I don't know. I just know it takes a minute to roll, so.
Okay. Well, it hasn't been much of a problem before, so it should be fine. When we left everyone, you had gotten a hotel room. You had some task forces tasked with getting tracking data on this cult leader that you have identified. And they got you some, and they're still working on others. But as the night progressed, you guys did get a rest. So anyone who has some damage can roll a... what was it, a D4? Let me double check that. Oh, look up healing rules real quick, because there's some healing that you can do as you rest. Where did it go? No, that's all the sanity rolls. Sorry, I thought it was a D4, but I'm just double checking. Ah, page 55. Almost there. Okay, so you rested in a safe place with proper food and water. You can attempt a con times 5 test once per day to recover 1 HP. So you can recover, or yeah, you can do that con test to try and recover 1 HP.
And heals?
Shan heals 1 HP.
Yak.
Titus heals 1 HP. Raven does not.
Ooh, also our thingies with the thingy check marks go up, right?
Yes, anything that has a check mark goes up by, you roll a, if it has a check mark, roll a D4, and it goes up by the result minus 1. So, for example, Shan has check in bureaucracy. So you roll a D4, subtract 1, and your bureaucracy goes up by that much. So
it's 1 minus 1, so it's 0.
yes, you get nothing.
Boo.
And then you uncheck it. So let's see, who else has check marks? Okay. So you're at,
leveled up 1 skill.
yeah, so you're at the hotel. You're all waking up. One of you was in a separate room, I believe. That was Sin's character, Elizabeth, the doc. Got her own room for the night. But you're all waking up and you can decide what to do. If you need any reminders, just let me know.
I think we need reminders of what we were supposed to be doing.
Okay.
It's been a while.
You had tracked down the leader of the cult that was using Atlich to kind of spin her web under the world and try to collapse a major city. You found out that the leader is kind of an anagram of Elon Musk, Melon Husk, and he is, from what you can tell, kind of ensconced between his corporate office and his apartment building. Constantly has bodyguards. At least that's what you're getting from the tracking data from the phone that you were able to tap. Torch did make several successful bureaucracy checks, but that's the only data you've gotten so far. So basically your task now is to find a way to get to Melon Husk and put a stop to his plans. But you're just waking up from a rest and gathering your team.
Who let the cat in the room?
Living it up in the Hotel California.
Come on now, don't talk about Shannon like that.
I don't care,
She's a government
Shannon.
official.
Hope it's not that type of hotel.
I think it's more this
between you
type.
and Sin.
No,
This type?
no.
About this type.
No,
No.
I'm not going. Alrighty. You think we're getting all... We...
You kind of broke up a bit.
Okay, testing.
Yeah, I could hear you that time.
Okay, do we want to go get something to eat, or do we want to go straight to the source with
Always food.
Food.
always stay first? Like, heavy, drag it down.
Yeah, and
Many
there,
of us have our wallets, like, i.e., debit cards, cash.
you have the means to get yourself a breakfast.
I take out my multi-pass when I get breakfast.
Except for Sin, because Sin fled a hospital, leaving all of his belongings behind. He only has guns.
Yeah,
Sorry, she only
and a
has
van.
guns in a van.
And a vehicle.
I
Yeah.
rob Dunkin' Donuts then. Tell them, give me coffee and a Boston cream.
Since you brought us extra weapons, I'll buy your breakfast.
Yay.
Well, I mean, we're at a hotel. Isn't it a continental breakfast here?
Yeah, I mean, they've got a couple bagels laid out.
That's not nearly.
All right, we're gonna go robbing in and out.
Just watch out, there's shit outside the door. You don't want to slip in it.
Well, who pooped in the hall?
It's California. You gotta expect poop on the sidewalks.
Mm-hmm.
What we devolve into?
Something that looks like people but isn't.
Monkeys.
Cats.
You know,
We
Dag's
have-
over there going, this is the worst group I've ever had to DM for. They can't stand track worth of shit.
I just want
Were
to
we-
see if somebody else tries.
Were we waiting on any more information to come back, or are we up to date on everything that we've done so far?
I believe you were waiting on some more information to come back.
Is that going to be another day or so of waiting, or?
We have that laptop with us still.
Well, you got. I think you got all the information you could off of the laptop. But let's do this. We'll put you guys in a diner. So you guys go to a diner, kind of right across the street from the hotel. You sit down and you start having breakfast. While you're having breakfast, Titus, your phone goes off, and it's one of the teams that you tasked with finding information on Melon Husk and tapping his phones. And they found another phone that was incredibly well hidden. And they managed to get a location tracker on it. And they give you the history for it. And it is all over the place. It's between the warehouse or the factory, his apartment, several other places around town. And there's one place where it goes where it sits for hours on end, as if it's left just in the open and then moves again. So that place to you seems kind of suspicious just because it doesn't match up with the rest of the location data.
Alright, well, we've got a odd spot that looks like he's just chilling at. So we can investigate and see where the heck that is.
Yeah, that sounds feasible. I mean, I don't think any contacts I had came up with anything.
Okay. Everyone roll your alertness.
I
Oh,
think
it
Barry
failed.
succeeded.
What am I noticing here?
I double tapped it.
You notice that since the moment you guys got into the diner to now, the diner has completely emptied out of people. And you notice a scratching sound coming from,
Guns, get the guns, get the guns!
all around you.
Guys, have you noticed we're the only ones left in this place?
Get the guns, get the guns, get the guns!
That does seem very odd.
Yeah.
And I'm
And
agreeing with Shan. Get the guns.
out from behind the counters, under tables, the bathroom door creaks open and one comes out, are a whole bunch of little spider creatures. They're about the size of your head. They look to be mostly mechanical with organic components. They've got red glowing eyes and a laser sticking off. And you can see about 6 of them.
I jump out of my seat and start aiming.
I flip a table!
Hell with aiming. I say we let Shan go with the spray and pray method.
You really
What kind of
think
gun do you
Shan
got?
would bring a freaking rifle inside of a diner?
Are we by
Shan-
a window?
Yeah, it's a windowed diner.
We have a booth window.
Can I bust out the window that we're next to and get out of the building?
Yes. Let me look at your sheet real quick. Trying to think of what to roll for that.
Be a strength check.
It's probably be a straight strength check.
Athletics.
Actually, yeah, athletics is good. Let's do athletics. All right, well, Raven just reaches over, smacks the window, and it shatters to pieces. There's glass everywhere. It's one of those shatter-friendly glasses so that people don't slice themselves up with, so it just falls to pieces.
Okay, everybody out.
I'm
Go,
diving
go,
out the
go.
window.
Yeah, anyone who's going out the window needs to make a, I want to say dexterity, but we can do another athletics check to make sure you don't trip and fall as these things are coming at you.
Well, I'm not gonna be the only one going out the window and leaving the rest of my team behind.
Literally, Shan fussed the ground.
Yeah, well, you all can make it out the window, but Shan's the only one that doesn't faceplant slipping on the glass or tripping over the sill.
Well, I
Shan
had a
failed.
success. I had a
Shan failed.
success.
Sorry, I meant Raven. I'm sorry. See, I've got.
All right.
I had Shan's character sheet open, and I was looking right at Raven's role, and Shan's name was right there. So I'm like,
Shane's awesome.
Shan.
There's no like it happens.
Yeah, so Raven is the only one who doesn't faceplant after slipping on the glass or tripping over the sill or getting their legs tangled together as one of these things grabs at your feet. So at this point, you are in combat. And we can roll initiative. You should have on your sheet somewhere. Let me check this. There should be an initiative somewhere. It's been a while for me too. I might be stupid.
And recalls that we were using dexterity.
Yeah, dexterity.
That's right.
Whoever had the highest.
Yes, dexterity rules. So these things have. Well, it was not a dexterity roll. It was just based on your dexterity points. So let's
Shane
see.
slew.
The Doc's dexterity is all messed up
Because they lost an arm.
because they lost
Lack
an
of a better
arm.
term.
Give me a second here. I gotta fix these sheets so that I can adjust them.
So, Doc, in that vehicle you brought full of weapons, were there any explosives in it?
Yeah, there's a couple of flamethrowers too.
My hero.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Don't forget to use the 50 cal on top.
Well, there's no people in there. I said we just blow the damn place up.
Good, use that Molotov. Set it on fire.
Sorry, I'm fixing it so that the names are displayed. So I'm gonna kind of stack you guys up.
That's okay. We're plotting how we're going to destroy all these things. We've voted on throwing Molotov cocktail in there.
Just remember to put on your dark mask and your little red bands and all that. And the media will say this was a peaceful but fiery protest. We'll be fine.
Okay, there we go. So Doc, I'm gonna put you down low. Titus, you have 14. Barry is at 8. You're gonna go low. Raven at 16, so you'll go above Titus. And then Shan is
Dead
10.
last.
No, not dead last.
No?
You are tied with the creatures.
Of course Shane is.
Let's get all
Mine's
them
only
in
so
here.
high because I have magic fingers. Titus has to be able to type really well, you know?
Okay, so that's kind of the initiative order there from top to bottom. So, Raven, what do you want to do?
We're going to see what type of explosive things we have in the vehicle and
All right,
throw
so you want to
Molotov cocktail in there.
run over to the vehicle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The vehicle is far enough away so that will be your turn.
Okay.
You can run over, you can get a door open and a quick glance.
Okay.
And
That's what I'm doing.
I don't remember exactly what's in the vehicle, so tell me what you're looking for and then roll your luck.
Any type of explosive I can throw in there. Hand grenade, Molotov cocktail.
Okay. Roll your luck. If you do really well, I'll give you a higher explosive.
I failed.
If you fail, you find that there were some Molotov cocktails in there, but they spilled. Someone prepped them up a while ago, and they've been knocked over in the car and leaked all over the place.
Shit.
All right, Titus, what do you want to get up to?
Have they started exiting the building yet?
Yeah, they're right at your heels.
Alright, I'm going to shoot my gun around them.
Around them?
Yes, because if I don't aim at them, I might hit them.
Okay.
His logic is strange, but it's proven true.
Mm-hmm.
But not effective. You actually do shoot around them. You get a couple rounds off, but you miss. Shan, we'll let you go, and then these things are gonna catch up with you guys.
And she's gonna shoot the closest one in the face. If it has a face.
It does. It's got red glowing camera lens eyes and a little laser pointer sticking off. All
And
right,
shoots it in the face.
you do. You hit it in the face, and it just explodes.
Eh,
All right.
I
So-
killed one.
So everyone but Raven fell over, and there's 4 left. So everyone is getting.
And Shan would have also gotten up. Shan would have also gotten up.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, well, shit. Yeah, you get to your feet. But they're still right on you. So we're going to start with Titus. One of them is going to latch onto your leg and bite into you. And when it bites into you, you can feel your memories getting sucked out of you.
I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
Oh, sorry. It has to. It has to roll something to hit. Why didn't it hit? There we go. All right. So that's a pretty bad failure. So it bit into you, but you can tell that its fangs kind of got snaggled in your pants. Shan, one near you is going to leap up onto your arm and try to bite you. And completely fail. It slips off of your arm and falls to the ground. Barry,
Stomp.
you're still on the ground. One of them leaps onto your stomach and tries to bite you. And succeeds. As the fangs sink into your abdomen, you can feel some of your memories get sucked out. And not only do you lose several memories from your childhood, but you take 8 freaking damage. Wait, do you have armor? You take 5 damage.
Did I take any damage earlier?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it failed to bite you.
The first time I've ever taken damage.
Alright, and the last one, Doc, you're still on the ground. This one's going to jump onto your chest and try to bite you. And it will succeed. Do you have armor? You do. So it's going to bite you, and you feel some of your treasured memories get sucked out as it bites you, and you take 4 damage.
So pretty much all these things have come piling out of the building and are now on top of my teammates, right?
Yes. So shooting them can be risky. You can kick them, you can stomp them. You're over by the truck, so you can grab something and run back. Or if you don't grab anything from the truck, you can run back and make an attack.
This is by far the worst Tamagotchi pet I've ever had.
I'm going to run back, and since we're all so close together, I'm going to stab the one on Doc with a combat dagger.
Okay.
I gotta remember what the hell I gotta roll for my combat dagger.
You have to... Well, if you go to your gear
Oh,
section,
there we go.
you can just click on knife or combat dagger, and it'll roll a 96.
Sorry, Doc, I failed.
Well, you're overly cautious. You didn't want to stab Doc, and, you know, she's got a sling on because her arm is pretty much useless, so you miss. Titus, you're up and about. You've got one of these things grabbed onto your leg.
Well, I'd say I'd shoot it, but I don't want to be called Stumpy from now on.
You could kick it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I kick it off my leg?
Yeah. To do that, you can do either a unarmed combat check. Yeah, I think unarmed combat's probably the most reasonable thing here.
He's pinging the fuck out.
It's almost a 4,000.
Just wait till it hits 9,000.
It's over 9,000!
He made it a successful.
Yeah. So, roll your damage for that. I believe your unarmed combat damage is 1d4 minus 1. That'll be on your gear section.
It's gonna take half an hour to get there, but I'm on my way.
It's over 9,000!
There it is. Alright, so you kick it away, and as you do, you feel something inside of it break, and the lights in his eyes go out.
Oh shoot, guys! I think I just voided the warranty.
Okay, so the one on you is gone. Shan, you've got one of these, what is it, your arm?
Yeah, but you said it missed and then it slid off.
That's right, because it missed horribly, so it slid off. It's on the ground looking up at you. Little laser pointer aimed at your face.
You're gonna curb stomp it.
Okay, unarmed combat. It scuttles to the side as your foot comes down. Okay, so these three are going to go. It's going to try and jump up on you again. Where did things go? There it is. And again, it tries to latch onto your arm, and you see these metallic fangs flash out, but it looks like something's defective with its claws, and they just slip off of you. Let's see, the next one. Barry, you've still got this thing attached to your stomach. So it's going to try and bite you again. And, well, actually, you stood up last turn too, right?
I didn't even get it last turn.
You
Just so
did.
you know. I didn't say anything.
How did I skip you? Oh, wait, no.
Magic.
No, you got a last turn.
I
'Cause-
got bit. That's really about it.
Hang on. I'm looking back through the dice rolls, because I thought you did something. You did get bitten, nothing else. Okay. Free turn for you.
All right.
So you've got one that bit you, and you can react to that.
Well, as I'm laying on, guess I'm laying on the ground with glass in my back and some on my face. This thing that's bitten in my stomach. I'm just writhing in pain. So I want to, grab this thing and pull it off me, and hit it with some brass knuckles.
Okay. Go to your gear page of your sheet and roll your brass knuckles. Success. You punch it.
Punch the shit out of it.
Yeah, roll the damage for your brass knuckles. Alright. Your brass knuckles just smash the electronics on it, and stuff starts oozing out of the organic parts of it, and it goes limp in your hand. So we'll get rid of that one.
Damn.
So we rolled the one for Shan. The Doc still has one on. Doc, you did get a turn last time, right? I didn't skip you.
Nah. What do you got?
I'm just making sure I didn't skip you like I did Barry.
I don't even know what term we're on, so.
This is kind of round 2. You jumped
Yeah,
out the
we just-
window.
You have a thing chewing on your stomach.
You know what?
I don't know. Kick it. Whatever.
I did skip you. I skipped you and Barry. So, sorry, that's on me. So, go ahead and take an action against this thing.
There.
Alright, you hit it. Get some damage.
I have no idea.
It'll be on your gear section
There
for
it is.
unarmed attack. Yeah, it's
Is it
1d. So you just rolled unarmed combat again. Click on the damage. There it is. So, yeah, you take yours out, and it is no
I run
longer
away.
on you. And you scramble to your feet and start running. The one already attacked Shan, so we're back to Barry. Barry, you get another action since we skipped your first one.
Alright, what is this one? What's the spider doing?
That spider is attacking Shan. It has tried to bite her on the leg, or bite them on the leg twice, and has failed. So it's kind of on the ground looking up at Shan. Shan tried to stomp on it and missed.
Okay, I'm gonna try to pick it up, I guess, and I don't know, football kick it.
Okay. We'll just do unarmed combat for that.
Alright.
Alright, you grab it in your hands, and it lashes out with its little claws and kind of pushes your hands apart, and it drops back to the ground.
Yeah. I tried.
Yep. So, Doc, we'll come back to you. You're still running away? Are you?
Yep.
Okay.
Doc was running really far away. It took a long time to.
Are you running toward the truck or just away?
Now go towards the truck.
Okay. So, Raven.
I'm gonna walk over to one in front of Shan and kick it.
Unarmed combat. You kicked the shit out of it. What's the damage from that?
I failed.
Oh, 35. Sorry. I saw 35 and expected success. Okay, so you swing your foot at it, and it just kind of scuttles out of the way. Which will bring us to Titus.
It pulled a Lucy on you.
Yeah, it does look up at you, Raven, and says,
Exterminate!
I'll lick my balls.
Oh, I was about to say that.
I don't know whether to be proud or disappointed that two people had that idea. Titus, you get an attack on this thing. Or
Alright,
whatever you
I
want to
will
do.
I guess I will go for the football punt.
Nope, again, it scuttles out of the way. Shan, it's
Curb
still
stomp again.
kind of focused on you.
Yay, Shan!
Curb stomp.
That is a definite curb stomp. I'm not even going to make you roll damage. Your foot comes down on it. Organic stuff splatters out of the back of it. Mechanical stuff crunches out of the front of it. And that is the last of them dead.
Alright, let's start dissecting some of these things, looking at the electronic portions and seeing if we can tell where they are made and how.
Okay.
Let's glean as much information as we can.
Where do you want to do that? Right here on the street?
No, let's do it in the van as we are driving around erratically to avoid detection, because I'm going to assume that these things have tracking on them.
Okay. So everyone is in the van. You've scooped up as much of these things as you could. It's a lot of muck and a lot of little components. Go ahead and roll your computer science. which you almost can't fail at, but did anyway.
All of a sudden, I have stuff coming out of my ears, and I'm starting to look like a Tin Man.
Yeah, it rolled twice, but I'm taking the first roll, which was a failure.
Alright.
So yeah, you can't tell where these things came from. You can barely identify parts to them. You can tell there's some sort of microcontroller in there. It's a custom job. Yeah, guys, make sure you're checking off things that you failed at. So there's a lot of unarmed combat fails that happened. So yeah, you can't get a definite ID on these things, but they do seem to be related to the whole situation that you're in. And did you want to specifically look for any components that you recognize, like a tracking device?
Sure.
All right. You do find a tracking device in one. There's a little red blinking light, just like in the movies.
Oh wow, gee willikers. Alright, I'm assuming we don't have a Faraday cage or anything, or any Faraday bags.
You do not.
Alright.
Toss it through the open window of a car driving by, sitting in traffic next.
Or, I'm gonna, when we stop at the next stop, I'm going to toss it into a trash can, and then I'm gonna get rid of all the components into the trash can, and then get back in the vehicle just in case there's any recording devices. It's not picking up any audio.
Okay. Well, before you can do that, roll your alertness.
We're being followed.
Yeah, everyone roll your alertness.
Note to self: bring Faraday cage.
Was I missing someone? No. Okay. So, Raven, you notice that you've picked up a tail. There's a car behind you, and you can see at least 3 figures in it.
Guys, we're being followed. There's a car right behind us. There's looks like about possibly 3 people in it. We want to try and lose them or make friends?
I mean, we are federal agents. Can't we just call in some black and whites to stop them?
You can.
Sure.
Well, Shan can. He's FBI.
Yeah, Shan, why don't you whistle up a couple black and whites to pull them over?
Close that cell phone instead of calling the police.
All right. We're going to get to that in a second, but you can try to perform first aid on Barry and Doc. They were both bit by these creatures. So, Doc, who was your roll for?
He didn't need that left testicle anyways.
Well, I mean, you got a success. So, was it for you or was it for Barry?
That'd be for myself.
Okay. So, you get a D4 of health. Let me just double check that. Yeah, first, a successful first aid test heals 1d4. So, you get 2 hit points back. And Barry, you're stabilized.
Okay.
All right, so you try to call in the fuzz to help with your tail, but you notice that your phone has 0 signal.
Give it to the tech whiz. See what's going on.
I'm gonna tell everybody to check their phones.
Nobody has signal. If you want to roll a computer science, you can probably easily tell what's going on. Yeah, you're being jammed.
Wow,
You
damn,
can-
that's epic.
You can look into the window of the car behind you and see the guy like waving a little device in his hand that's jamming your cell phone signals.
I
Do
say,
we happen to have an RPG?
I don't know. Look in the back and see if we got a rocket launcher.
I mean,
Yes.
you were loaded to bear, but you didn't
about-
have an RPG.
What about caltrops or a spike strip?
Oh yeah, Dag?
Yeah, that's beyond a luck roll there. You did have a flamethrower. You
There
could
you go.
probably improvise caltrops. Actually, roll luck for caltrops.
Why just shoot at him?
Yeah, there are some caltrops there.
Does somebody want to throw some caltrops that has a good roll for that?
What would that be?
Let's
What we-
see. That would be. That would be. Yeah, what would that be? I'm tempted.
Demolition?
No, because they're just like metal spikes. You drop them out a window.
What?
I'm tempted to say either a dex check, just a straight up dex, just to make sure that you can throw them.
I think it would probably be luck because, I mean, you're going to drop them on the ground. They're either going to bounce out of the way or they're going to get run over.
That's how well you spread the spikes, I guess.
Oh, let's see. Well, 3 of you would have a better chance with dexterity than with luck. So, Raven, Titus, and Shan. I think Shan. Well, Shan's dex would be just the same as luck. But Raven and Titus, your dexterity check would be easier to pass than a luck roll.
Well, we could both throw half and half.
Woohoo! I succeeded on a dex.
All right. So they're going to make a drive test to see if they can dodge out of the way.
Your car chase.
They failed.
No, they failed. So yeah, 2 of their tires blow out, and their car swerves to the side and just ends up on the side of the road. And they're no longer tailing.
Are we allowed to point and laugh?
Yeah.
Because that seems like something me and Shan would do.
That we just pull over and go make friends.
Do we want to take on unnecessary combat or figure out what's our next move going to be? Because once we get far enough away from them, we know where they're sitting. We can call the fuck.
We probably ought to make it standard SOP for doing some counter surveillance runs. Doesn't anyone know what that is? Or
Counterintelligence? Yes.
yeah, driving around checking for more tails.
Mm-hmm.
Just making sure. I don't know how many spy novels other people read.
By the way, who is driving? Obviously not me, because I just threw some stuff out the back of the van.
You can drive.
I think it's usually Barry, because who's got the highest for driving?
Shane's got a 50.
Yeah, you're it. Mine's a 20. We'll crack.
Yeah, Barry's got a 20.
Shan's driving.
I'm higher in heavy machinery than driving.
Yeah, I mean, if your escape vehicle was a bulldozer, we know who to call. Let's see. Yeah, I think Shan actually has the hot. Either Shan or still checking through everyone.
Well, Shan says 50.
Yeah. Yeah, Shan does have the highest drive. Yep. Everyone else is at 20. But you don't need to make any checks. Well, at least not a drive check. Titus, you're recommending counter what was it?
We're basically an SDR driving around, making random turns and watching and make sure we don't have any other tails.
Yeah, so
we need to roll alertness again.
yeah. You would want to make a few turns, then roll alertness. And before this roll, what are you doing with the spider things?
Oh, I already said that I was chucking them out of the car.
Okay. I remember you were going to stop and throw them in a trash can, but you're just chucking them out a window, that's fine.
Oh yeah, as soon as we're being followed, fuck that. I'm not wasting time.
Yeah. All right, so Barry had a success. You don't notice anyone following.
Guys, I think we're in the clear.
Yeah, so you've turned left 3 times, right 15, and several circles later, you don't notice anyone following you, and you've avoided the area where the others crashed, or where your tail crashed. And your cell phones have signal again.
I have a question, Dag.
Okay.
Would it be possible for Titus to have a way? So, obviously, around airports and stuff, they make things so way drones can't operate near them.
Mm-hmm.
And there's portable versions of that. Would that be something Titus would have access to?
That would be something similar to the signal jammer that they were using against you. It's something that you would have access to in your line of work, but I don't think you would have it with you at this moment. Because it's a radio frequency jammer.
See if they still had Radio Shacks, we could make a stop and you could build one.
I'd say we could go to Best Buy, but they hardly have anything.
Other than Circuit City.
What's that new one that they have? Oh, shoot, there are a lot of them out west.
Fries?
I wasn't thinking Fry's, it was another one.
Micro Center?
Micro Center. Would Micro Center have stuff for that?
I believe so.
I don't think so. They don't really have many radio components. They have computer stuff, they have a hobby center, but their hobby center is all Arduinos and Raspberry Pis.
I mean, realistically, if we just got a big enough power supply, ham radio, we could just cycle through a bunch of channels and just have it scream at those channels to disrupt.
Yeah, the trick is having a radio device that can broadcast on the right signals and then just, spam static to it.
Well, yeah, that's why you'd have a Raspberry Pi and you'd have a program set and it'd just cycle through.
Yeah, well, with a Raspberry Pi, you would need a software-defined radio. That way you could get to those frequencies. And that's not something they would have. That's something you would need to requisition from bureaucracy check, and it would take time.
Alright, I'm getting that this is not going to happen. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, you can make it happen, it's just going to take time, and it's not going to be components that are available retail.
But we could get a model rocket, and that's almost an RPG.
That is true. Those little rocket engines are pretty strong. They could probably carry a grenade like 30 feet.
Well, we could see if there's a National Guard armory nearby, and Shan has a Fed ID. Go see what he can borrow.
Borrow.
God, I'm so glad that doesn't work like that in real life. Shan just rolls up to the National Guard base. Hey, I need an N-Law. Don't ask questions.
Yeah, their response is...
You were banned from the server.
See Shan going, and I want one of everything.
And 10 of the nice.
So what was our original plan, what we were going to do after breakfast? Weren't we supposed to go check out a building?
Yes, although originally I was going to ask if we could stop at a hobby center and pick up a nice, DJI drone of some sort so we could do some high-level reconnaissance.
I'll allow that.
Ooh, shopping.
Yes,
I will pick
so you
up
can
a fancy drone and some spare batteries for it.
Yeah, you can get a decent drone, a camera drone at like Best Buy or at a lot of electronics or hobby shops.
Do they come with the camera, or do we gotta go somewhere else for that?
No, they come with cameras on them now.
Yeah, they work right
now
through your
all we
cell
need to
phone.
figure out is how to launch model rockets from the carrying grenades.
Well, you know what
Close-in air support.
You know what they've done is just rigged it up so that they could drop a grenade from it.
Actually, the popular thing is suicide drones. So we just tie the grenades to it and fly them into things.
Okay, but we've established we don't have grenades.
All right, so are we able to like Google Earth it to see what kind of building we're talking before we roll up on it?
It looks like a parking garage.
All right.
A mostly underground parking garage. Only has one level above ground, and from the results on Google Earth, it has 3 levels of parking below ground.
We'll never escape.
Are there any other structures around it that would give a good vantage point that we would actually have access to? Like another parking garage that's above ground?
Let's see, I didn't actually pick out something on the map for this. So yeah, I mean there's an office building on one side that, it's a 4-story mid-rise building. And let's just put it surrounded by little mid-rise buildings between 4 and 8 stories tall.
Any of those have any offices above the 3rd floor that are completely vacant?
I'm sure we could find one that did.
Well, because that would be the best place to go and set up a surveillance post.
Yeah, let's do a bureaucracy check, because you're going to have to call around and find out. So you're going to have to make some phone calls to find out if you can get access to any of these buildings. So, Raven, you're unable to find information on these buildings quickly. Neither is Barry. I think, Titus, you had a really high bureaucracy. 60, yeah. They don't even want to talk to Shan. So,
Yay!
Titus, you're able to call around, and you find one of the buildings right next to it has an empty top floor and roof access.
All right, so do you guys want to be on the roof, or you want to be in the office?
Well, if they don't know we're there, we can probably split up and get a few in each spot. And
If we had a
Well, it's the
sniper
same
rifle,
building.
Shan would say roof.
It's the same building. It's got an empty top floor and a rooftop access from that top floor, and you're able to secure access to those locations.
Well, do you guys think-
do we have a sniper rifle? I can't remember.
We do not.
Damn.
There's a Remington in the back. Good for deer hunting.
Yeah, it's probably got a pretty good scope on it too.
We've got
270
the best
model.
firearms.
Do we have any repelling gear in case we need to exit the building quickly?
No.
It's bolt action though, so keep that in mind.
What floor we go to? I'm going to leave that one to the experts. Where are we going, Shan?
Well, I think someone just tried to say something. Broke up a bit.
I'm waiting for Shan or Titus to figure out where the hell we're going. They're the experts on this stuff.
If we go in from the top, then we can clear as we go down. But at the same time, it raises the risk of us essentially getting trapped as everybody from the bottom comes up. So,
Well, we're not fighting in a building. We're not going into the top of a building. We have to go go up the elevator to the empty floors.
screw the elevator. The elevators are death traps. Stairwells. Clear them.
Okay. Well, to our knowledge, this is not a hostile building, but we're taking your expertise Let's go.
We have a good chance that this is a freaking
I
cult
believe it.
area, so treat it as a semi-hostile.
I can be on board.
Are we coming in during office hours with rifles clearing a stairwell?
You have access to a, non-public entrance through your bureaucracy check.
Okay.
So there will be a freight elevator that you can take up to the floor that you're on. You don't have to worry about the people in the office building seeing you or getting all up in arms about how heavily armed you want to be.
I was going to say, an office full of Californians seeing a squad of people clearing a stairwell might get a little uptight.
There would probably be phone calls made to the police if you were spotted.
And thinks we should make a call to the police first and be like, hey, we are dealing with
What
this.
if they're on the
Ignore-
take?
This is also valid. Shan should make a phone call to work and be like, hey, we should probably need a couple of our people making sure that the cops don't respond.
All I know is apparently we need to get in that special elevator and get up to the floor we're supposed to be. Instead of standing out here in the open.
Well, I mean, you're
Everybody on
still in the
board with that?
planning phase, so you're... I'm not sure if you're driving around or if you've parked behind the building that you've gained access to. I'll leave that up to you.
Well, if we're not being followed, probably park.
And
That way
take
we can
the
have a...
keys.
Yeah, don't leave the keys. If you trip and fall, I will rifle through your pockets for the keys. Just telling you.
Shan respects that.
If you're unconscious, I'm taking all your weapons.
Shan can also respect that.
You have any money? I'm going to take your money.
Shan has no money for you.
We'll see you later.
Jan,
Yes.
can I have your kidneys if you go down?
Yeah.
They sell for a lot, so do livers.
Alright, so our plan is to use a special elevator, get up to the floor we're supposed to be at. Are we going to stay at the top floor or go take the stairs up to the roof?
I think we'd want to be on the top floor, not on the roof, because then we're less visible if we're slightly back from the window.
Sounds like a plan. And helicopters that happen to fly over won't see it.
Yeah. I mean, if we want to deploy the drone, we'll have to send a team up there to deploy the drone, but then their exposure is minimal to the sky.
That sounds like a plan. So shall we gather up all of our gear and ammo that we need and head up?
Well, let's rock.
Okay. You get out of the car, you grab a bunch of duffel bags of gear, and you proceed into the freight elevator, which takes you to the top floor of this. We'll say this one's a 6-story building, so you're on the 6th floor. When the doors open, it is a wide open space. It is, it's not set up yet. Nobody has rented this floor out or inhabited it. So it's just bare carpets. Windows line the outside walls, and there's the central pillar for both support and the main elevator. And next to that central pillar is also the stairs, so it's a pretty wide central pillar where you can access the roof from the stairs.
Is there anything we can use to block the stairs and leave the elevator doors so they're blocked open so the elevator can't go up and down?
Not really. This is a very empty floor. You could probably wedge some of your guns in there, in the elevator, but then you would disrupt elevator service for the rest of the building.
And then people are going to come looking to figure out why.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, Shane's gonna set up prone with the AR out, pointed at the freaking freight elevator, just in case bad guys come. And also try to angle it so Shane's covering also the staircase, if that's possible.
Sorry, can you say what you're trying to do again? I kind of lost track of it halfway through.
Yeah, it's alright. Shane wants to set up with Shane's rifle, so Shane can cover the stairs and the freight elevator.
You can do that. That would put you kind of near the edge of the floor, so you're near the windows.
And be fine with that.
Okay.
And Shane's gonna get prone to make sure to present as small a target as possible.
Yeah, roll your luck. Okay, you are, in order to cover the freight elevator and the stairs, you have to be on the side of the building closest to the building that you're trying to surveil.
Okay.
But yeah, you can get prone to lower your profile. But you're also facing away from the window.
Did we bring any binoculars or anything besides a scope?
Yeah, you can have some binoculars.
Goody.
All right, I'm gonna watch the building of interest.
Oops. Didn't mean to hit that.
Raven's gun goes off. Oh wait, no, you failed. Raven's gun misfires. Okay, so Titus, you're using binoculars to kind of scope out the building?
Yeah, I'm looking out for any husks of melons.
You don't see a husk of a melon. You do see that the parking garage is in use. There's several cars up on the top floor, or on the roof, because some parking garages have that, and a slow trickle of cars coming in and out.
Do any of the drivers look like they might be part arachnid?
You can't tell from that distance. Actually, yeah, you could. No, they don't. They appear to be human.
Alright. I don't trust them, but alright.
I'm using my binoculars to scan the area around the building out there. Can I roll my perception to see if I see anything? I mean, my alertness.
Yeah, do alertness. Oh, critical success. You notice that several people who are walking around look like they're patrolling, not just walking the street. They seem to walk up to the corner, check their phone, look around, walk back to another corner, and do the same thing.
Looks like we've got some possible sentries out here, guys. We got a few that they're walking from corner to corner. Every time they get to a corner, they're taking a little bit of a break and pretending to be looking at their phones.
Yeah, you see about 3 people doing this, and with a critical success, you can also tell that they're concealing a weapon.
Oh. And it appears that they are armed.
Well, we could just call in some black and whites. This is California, so, concealed carrying, kind of legal.
Unless you're fat.
Do we think
that
they're
might
actually
be
thugs?
interesting if we call the cops and just an anonymous report that we went by, seeing these 3 guys with guns, and see what happens. If the cops arrest them, we know they're clean, and if they just do nothing, we'll know we got another problem.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shan,
We-
make your call.
Did we bring the rifle? Let's put the best person with firearms on the rifle in case the cops need some support.
It'll be Shan. He's guarding the elevator already.
Yeah, in the bag you have a heavy rifle. Or in the bags you have at least one heavy rifle.
Anti-material?
A what?
Anti-material?
It's
No.
a tank rifle!
No, it's not a 50 cal. Damn that.
That would be awesome.
No, it's
My
not.
firearms are 47. I could take over Shan's post while he gives Overwatch for the cop.
Yeah,
And
it's a
firearms 54.
Remington Model 700 that you've got. With a nice scope on it.
Chambered in 300 Win Mag.
Yes. You've got a
That's a good
good
round.
you've got a good 100-meter range on this thing.
Do we want to make that swap, Shannon? You can call the feds. I mean, call the popo.
Alright, swap.
Who's getting the rifle?
Shan after Shan calls the cops.
Meanwhile, I'm now using Shan's rifle to guard the elevator.
Shan called the cop.
Okay. Yeah, you call the
It was
cops.
super effective.
You make an anonymous report, and they say that they're sending someone out immediately, and they ask if you want to stay on the phone, or if you're nearby, they ask you a whole bunch of questions about who you are, because that's how they do.
Just hang up, Shan. Just hang up.
Like,
Are you hanging up on them?
yeah, Shan hung up the phone and click.
Okay. Almost an hour later, a cop car pulls up, and you see them stop right near one of the guys that you described. And he turns to the cop car, and the cop rolls his window down. And he walks
Shan's
over.
Overwatch with the rifle.
Yep. They're having a little chat. The guy pulls something out of his pocket and shows it to the cop, and the cop rolls up his window and drives away.
Maybe Shan should have said Shan was a fed.
That's pretty shitty response time for having armed people on the street.
Yeah.
Budget cuts.
Budget cuts, they're busy with all the shoplifters, and, you didn't stay on the phone to give them all the information.
Well, he either showed him a concealed carry permit or a
It's
get out of
just-
jail free card.
Yeah, you can tell that he showed the cop something that made the cop think that what he was doing was perfectly fine.
More likely he's security for the building.
I'm out of ideas. Somebody else's turn.
Hmm.
Oh wow, California does have a concealed carry permit.
Mm-hmm.
I figured it was just plumb illegal there.
It's not easy to get, but there.
Do we have any type of night vision?
I think most places have it. They just don't let you get it.
Yeah, it's probably may issue, not shall issue, which is the real rub.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raven, to answer your question, you do have some night vision gear in the bags. That I believe we established that in the first session.
Well, maybe we should just lay low and see what happens after dark around here.
Yeah, you guys want to do an old-fashioned stakeout overnight?
Yes.
I'm down with grilling some steaks.
I'm okay with this.
Okay. Night
Say
falls.
do we need to do rock, paper, scissors to see who makes a snack run?
At least a two-person team.
Well, I'll volunteer to go. If someone wants to go with me, we can pick up some bottles of water and some snacks. If we're gonna be here for quite a while.
Dan will stay, because that way, somebody with good firearms stays behind.
Okay, so Raven and one other person?
Raven, you have good firearms, right?
It's 47.
Better than mine. I'll go with you.
Okay. Off to the store. There's got to be a convenience store around here somewhere.
Yeah, there are very convenient convenience stores. You can go get snacks without an issue.
Yeah, we're going to get some bottles of water, some snack.
And a bunch of caffeine.
And I've seen how this works. We're getting a few rolls of toilet paper because I guarantee there's a bathroom on this floor and we might need it. If it's an unoccupied floor, they probably don't stock it.
There is a bathroom. It's part of that central column. There's a men's and a women's restroom.
Yeah, so we got snacks, drinks, and toilet paper. Did we make it back safe?
Yes.
Okay.
Did we miss anything?
No. Yes, you missed a shift change. You noticed that the people who were patrolling the building eventually went inside and different people came out, took their place. And Titus, your phone went off and alerted you that Millen Husk was inside the building.
Did anybody see any odd-looking convoys or specific-looking vehicles enter? Because it looks like Melon Husk is in there now.
Yeah, everyone who stayed behind, make an alertness check. Subtract 20 from the total. Shan got it. Yeah, you did see a small convoy of Edison Motors cars pull in. There's about 5 cars. All of them bright red. Which you know is not a color that they come.
Well, we could go in guns a-blazing and kill them now if you guys want.
We could.
Are those 3 guards, staying close together, or are they patrolling all the way around, a block area?
They're patrolling all the way around the building. They tend to meet up every few rounds, but it's like each one is patrolling a side that's publicly facing. You can also assume that there's a 4th around the side that you can't see.
Bet you those guards have radios. So they can listen to what's going on. Anybody feeling like going and making a friend?
Anybody have a good disguise count?
Vans is a 10.
Yeah, mine's a 10.
I'm a 10.
Yeah, if you want to sneak up and get the drop on them, it would either be a stealth or disguise check. I'm not
my
too sure
stealth
if
is
you
only
would
a 10.
really need a disguise check, because they are patrolling a public street. You just don't know if they know what you look like.
Well, don't mean to be sexist, but we can always use Doc as a distraction. Unbutton a few buttons, and guys, they're going to be looking at something that's not the person coming up behind them.
I look like a domestic abused victim.
Oh,
I don't think
damn.
Actually, it may work. They'll probably think I'm in danger and want to go beat up whoever hurt me. The black eyes, the busted arm in a sling, butt bleeding out of my leg, which I patched up now, and torn clothing.
Yeah, Doc's time in the hospital was not kind to her.
I mean, maybe that's their thing.
Yeah.
Well, no, if you think about it, they're out on the street at night. Someone comes up and says, could you please help me, call the cops, something, I need help. They're either just going to say no and be a dick, or they're going to be like, yeah, I can make a phone call for you. But either way, they're going to be distracted for a minute. I mean, the plan has good points, it has bad points. I'm aware of them. I just throw these random ideas out there and wait for the experts to chime in.
We have experts?
How far apart are each of the 3 individuals in their perimeter check?
At the farthest, they are the length of the building away from each other. So,
but you got to remember, like, if one, depending on where they are, like, in their patrol, they can't see through the corner of the building.
Mm-hmm.
That we know of.
Yeah, it's around 75 to 100 feet. So this is a parking garage, so it's a wide square building. So the 3 that you can see, they're each patrolling a side. And it's not at regular intervals. So it's not like they meet up every time they reach a certain corner. They just happen to meet up when they meet up.
Here's another question. Can we see any surveillance cameras?
We better get the binoculars and do an alertness check.
Well, with that, I'm going to keep rolling on that critical success. You do see some security cameras around the building, especially covering the entrances and exits.
Damn, well, that idea sucks. Then.
Yeah, because then they'll see us pop one of the guards.
Not necessarily. If we send somebody out to buy a laser pointer, we could fry the cameras from a distance.
Because that's not going to send them into high alert status if somebody starts flashing cameras?
Actually, you don't have to direct it at the camera lens itself. If you target, basically, if we also need a set of night vision goggles.
We have those.
Well, then what we need to do is look for the red dot that shows where they're tracking and all that. Target that with the laser pointer, and that will. Only issue is you gotta hold it there for a little bit, so you gotta track with it, and it will eventually cause it to fail.
Where are you getting your laser
makes
pointers?
you a little worrying.
What's up?
Stan learned that back in the military. We had to watch out for those.
Still, you scare me sometimes.
Yeah, that's
Shan knows things. It's most cameras will have that issue. The worst ones are the motion detector ones. Those ones will hate those things.
Because they're easy to take out, or because they're hard to take out?
They have the more sensitive ones to it, but that's why for Shane's work, if a camera goes off, you need to goes down and all that, and it's not viewing, you need to do something to cover for it. Basically, one, respond to it, and then, if it's nothing, put something in place until that thing's fixed.
You can do this with just off-the-shelf laser point.
Generally, a little stronger one. You can still buy them, but they're the more pricier ones.
Like the ones people use to laze commercial liners.
Yep. Only thing is, obviously, you have to be able to see the tracker, it tracking and all that. So, and it's really the length of time. So if you're not close enough to properly see the dot, you really can't fry it.
So basically, with these cameras, they're the little dome cameras, the shaded domes. So you would have to.
Oh, that's that's a not good. Shan's got ways around those.
Yeah. Well, I'm just kind of setting the scene here. It's the little shaded domes. So you would have to be close enough to both see where the camera is pointing, because they do rotate in those domes, and lays the sensor to shut it off.
Shan's got a better one that we can do. All we gotta do is hit up a toy store. Not even joking.
Okay, but we're in hiding. Supposed to be hiding in a building. If we keep going in and out, especially after dark when there's nobody else in and out of this building, they're gonna notice we're here pretty damn quick.
Yeah, you also have the drone that you haven't utilized yet.
This is true. But Shane will explain the toy store thing later, since we're probably not going to do that one.
That's too bad because I was really intrigued by that idea.
Yeah,
I'll tell you about it.
Let's go ahead and explain the toy store one.
Okay, Nick, could you turn down the volume just a little bit?
On the music?
Oh no, I'm talking to my brother. He's watching Jurassic Park over there, and this I got a speaker thing that also goes over here.
Gotcha.
And even with the headset, it's a little loud. Okay, so in regards to what the toy store thing would require, you would go there. You know those light up toys and that do the guns that do the light up sound and noise and lights.
Yeah, like the ones that have like a couple different sounds that they cycle through.
Yeah, what you need to do is essentially buy like one of the longer rifle-like ones, a little more on the pricier side and all of that. You would take it slightly apart, so obviously it would require a computer science thing check for this because, it's a little technical. Basically, you're rewiring the light function as a kind of a scrambler. Basically, as long as you're holding the trigger and pointing it in the direct, like aimed at the camera, especially those domed ones, and as long as you're holding the trigger, it scrambles the signal like it's like static on an old cable TV. The bunny antennas, how they give the static channels.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it causes.
Is that for the wired ones or wireless ones?
Both.
When did you turn into MacGyver?
Oh, Shan learned this back in the military.
This is like the coolest you've ever been.
The wiring is a little complicated and all, and Shan doesn't remember exactly, IRL how to do it, but it's doable.
Note to self: always stay on Shan's good side.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to need to test some of these things out on my cameras at home.
You want to know a trick if you're ever at a hotel and you're wondering if there's hidden cameras?
I know you can use your cell phone camera to try and find them.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, because they'll usually have that little infrared light.
If you make it look like you're taking a selfie, here's a great way to test if your phone can do it, is if you have like a TV remote.
Yep.
Obviously, turn on your phone, put it in camera mode, like you're gonna take a selfie, and then hold any button on the remote so it's activating, and point your camera at that remote. And if you see a red dot, that means you're seeing the infrared. And if you do that in a hotel and you see that same kind of light that's, not from a TV remote, that generally means it's some kind of camera.
Snuff films. Okay. Gotta get made somehow.
I'm actually demonstrating this on my Twitch stream right now.
Can people hear Shan talking about this on your stream?
Yes.
Shan goes into work on Monday and they say, "Excuse me, we need to talk to you."
Oh, please. This is stuff that Shan learned back in the military, and Shan uses to prevent stuff from happening at work.
And this is also most likely stuff you can look up on Wikipedia.
You can
Oh,
look
I know. I
a
just
lot
like
of
give
this
it-
you can look up.
I just
True,
like give
some
each
of them
channel a
might
little shit.
get you flagged.
As long as Sharon doesn't start giving out the anarchist cookbook recipes, we're good.
Yeah, well, I did just get 2 new viewers, so that, I mean, it's FBI 1 and 2. No, I kid. Nobody watches my stream.
Oh,
Not even Grimmy?
I have 1 viewer right now. I think it is Kishenke, but it might not be. I need to go into my admin view to see. But let's take a little break here for everyone to, get drinks and use the bathroom if they need to.
sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I'm going to put us in BRB mode.
Talking about explosives. Got it.
Yeah, no more
Talking
napalm
about
recipes.
explosives.
I mean, unless you're making it in the game, because this is a game of military action and intrigue. Alright, so, top floor of this building, unoccupied. Raven covering the stairs and the freight elevator. We've got everyone else munching on snacks from the gas station across the street. And we've got 3, possibly 4 guys patrolling the building that you are surveilling. It is nighttime. It is dark. What are you doing about it?
Vision.
Popping pain pills.
Three or maybe 4 guys, and we have a team of 5 here. Hmm.
I'm just laying here with a gun watching the elevator.
And it's covering with the rifle.
I have no idea what to do.
I'm not sure either.
Let's roll something for a hint. Let's see.
For a human?
Hint.
Yes, a human roll for a hint. Your human intelligence.
We have intelligence?
Human intelligence.
Woo! Shinji!
Also, holy cow, I should be playing on my laptop. Look at my frickin' ping.
Where the
Yeah.
hell do you find the human?
It is in the skills section of your sheet, almost dead
And
center.
200 and,
Oh, there it
and 2 down from guns. And yes, Torch, you're down with the numbers with us. Apparently your desktop hates us.
Yeah.
No kidding. Apparently, I need a new gaming rig.
All right. Well, you got
Is that
a
the one that you bought back from Nick?
Yes.
That's why.
yeah. Put a new network card in there. Something's up.
I mean, just because it's from 2014 doesn't mean that it's old, right?
I mean, really, it's not that old.
Giving away.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I looked at upgrading stuff, and monetarily, it's not worth it for the value of what's there for the motherboards. So,
And
Yeah,
the
the,
motherboard
the-
would be a bitch to replace.
The new Ryzens that are coming out might be worth it. And if you were able to get one of the newer, like GeForce 3000 series or the new 4000 series that's coming out, it would probably be worth it. You would get much, much better performance out of it. And you're probably running off of a disk drive and not a solid state drive. The solid state drive is going to be the biggest performance enhancement to a computer that you can get.
oh yeah, no, trust me, I'm literally using a MacBook Air, and it's like 10 times faster than my old gaming desktop. So,
Yeah, well, according to your ping, it's several thousand times faster. Well, anyway,
so
we
Barry had a success, so we get our.
yeah, Shan had a critical success, and Barry had a success. So whichever one of you wants to say, hey, that's a parking garage. We can just drive in.
Dun dun dun!
Maybe we should just drive in the parking garage.
Meanwhile, every single person looks at him and goes, "Why the fuck didn't we think of that earlier?"
I know, right? That's crazy. So crazy, it just might work.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we pack up all of our shit and take it back down to the.
so we're gonna get back in the free candy mobile.
Yes.
I think we're all inside.
Okay. So is that what you want to go with?
next I do.
All right, you load everything back up. You still haven't used the drone, by the way.
Well, we could fly the drone in front of us. That doesn't look sus, right?
Looks perfectly legit.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe you'll find a use for it. So you load the truck back up, bunch of duffel bags in there, concealing all the weapons. Pile in. You drive over to the parking garage, and you enter the front gate. You receive your ticket from the machine. The arm goes up, and you drive into the parking. You have a choice. You can go to the roof, or you can go down.
I'm gonna regret saying this, but we should probably go down.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Uh-huh.
Well, so far, it looks like a normal parking garage.
So did the diner until we almost died.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So as every other thing
And
we've
that,
done
woman,
or place
and
we've
that
gone.
women's shelter.
until you
Yeah.
almost died.
I mean, the woman's shelter
And,
did look sus,
and Sin's arm got fucked up.
Yeah.
Did the septic tank? Oh wait, I wasn't there for that.
Yeah, it looked like a normal septic tank until you almost died.
Yeah. Barry
Um,
and I can attest to that one.
Don't remind me.
Okay, so you go down a floor. There's it is night, so there are significantly fewer cars parked here. It appears it is used primarily for people who are on business or parking for business or work. And there's another floor that you can go down.
Escape.
Are you continuing down?
Well, my vote is we continue down.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. This floor is completely empty. All the parking spots are open, and you can go down another level.
starting to see like cobwebs in the corners, dead bodies laying anywhere.
Yeah, does anything look suspicious about this floor?
You roll your alertness about it.
I'm taking a nap, apparently.
The only thing suspicious about it is that it's completely empty in a busy section of town. It looks to be a normal parking garage. It's got three sections. So it's got the center section, which is slanted to go either up or down. It's got two side sections, which are level, and they are full of parking spots on both sides of the lane. And there's also parking spots against the far wall on the other two sides.
I guess we should go down another level.
Okay. You go down another level. The lights are off down here. As you move into
Flashlight
the...
back and flashlights out.
Well, you've got your headlights on.
Well, let's get these flashlights ready.
Do we have road flares we can throw in?
I believe you do have some road flares back there. But, you know, your headlights are providing sufficient illumination to see ahead of you. Your
Get
tail
them
lights
ready,
are
just in
providing
case.
enough to see behind you. Sorry, something stuck in my throat. But yeah, this level seems almost entirely unused. And as you drive around, the ramp down to the next level has another gate.
I'm gonna check to make sure that my rifle's loaded and have it ready.
Dan's gonna do the same with all Dan's weapons.
You're driving. You need to stop for.
Okay.
I was just gonna say, stop so we can all make sure we're loaded and ready to go.
Press checks are free.
Yeah, we can say that you made sure all the weapons were loaded while in the building next door. Okay, so you've got this gate ahead of you in an otherwise dark parking garage. Your headlights illuminating it. Well, it's like a normal parking garage gate. It's got one of those little ticket booths. It's not an attended one. It's a machine one with an arm. So you would go up, you would push the button, the ticket would pop out, and the arm would raise. Beyond it, just at the edge of your headlights, you can see parked at the bottom of the ramp are 5 red Edison sports cars.
Well, do
Oh,
we want to try and go ahead with the van or try and go ahead on foot?
I mean, we found the cars. We know he's here. Let's just call it into the handler and leave and call it a day.
Can we rig something up to those cars so that they can just explode when they get in?
Can we duct tape a flashlight to the drone and send the drone in?
I'll be kind and say that the drone has, the IR cut on the camera and the LEDs to let you use it.
All right. Let's send the drone in, I guess.
Okay.
Is that a computer science check or?
Probably better an idea than mine.
Let's I'm not going to make you do any checks on it because your computer science is high enough that you would know how to operate this drone. So unless there are extenuating circumstances surrounding the operation of this drone, you can just operate it.
Okay, I'm gonna fly it in and check out the vehicles and see what's going on this next level past the gates.
Okay. You fly the drone forward. On the phone that it's connected to, you can see the red cars getting closer. You can see that the bottom level is also unlit, and the only parking spots available on it are the ones against that wall. There's 10 spots available, and these cars take up every other spot. On one side is access to a stairwell, and you can see a key card pad on it. And the other side is a big metal door that says WEAVER on it in big letters.
Does it appear to be locked?
It's not open.
All right. And there's nothing else to see. There's nobody that I can see through the windshields of the vehicles or anything.
Nope.
All right, I'll fly the drone back to the van.
Okay.
And I'll relay the information to everybody else.
Oh, make an alertness check. Just you with the drone. Okay.
Retro.
Everything's fine, guys.
You saw what I said.
Chuckles, we're in danger.
I got a funny feeling you missed something. Go look again.
I feel threatened. I'll look again.
Who was driving?
Shan was driving.
Shan, you make an alertness check.
Stan doesn't see shit.
Everything's
God,
fine.
our alertness sucks.
Sometimes the GM just throws in alertness checks to fuck with people.
We're gonna die.
We don't trust our GM.
What
Yeah,
are
we're
you
gonna
talking about?
die.
He ain't started us wrong yet.
I've only almost killed people. Actually, no, I think I have killed people, haven't I?
No, not directly.
Not in this game yet.
Oh, good. Then no more alertness checks.
Ever again.
Well, we're not going to get anything done sitting in this van, so what do you say? Kind of turn it around so it's pointed out the way we want to go and leave it here and see if we can get in there on foot.
I mean, doesn't Scooby and the gang always regret leaving the Mystery Machine? Shouldn't we stay with the van?
Well, I mean, you only leave people with the van if other people are going in. If everyone stays with the van, then you're all just stoned in a van.
What's so wrong with that?
I'll tell you what's wrong with that. You're out of Scooby snacks.
Yeah,
Oh,
Scooby.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Who the hell ate all the Scooby snack?
Okay.
Shan ate all the Scooby snacks? Seriously, Shan?
Dan can believe that.
Well, do we all want to go in with rifles drawn and see about getting past the gate and checking that door?
Well,
We can all die together?
Well, was our mission, are we supposed to take this guy down or just call in when we find him?
Your mission
little
was to
bit.
take him down.
Shit.
Do we have enough nods for everyone?
Enough what's?
Night vision, sorry.
Roll luck. I'm only taking the first luck roll, which was a success. You do. You also have flashlights.
Well, we can roll in with nods and go in dark.
I think you mean NVGs.
They're also called nods, bud.
Shan's never heard it called that.
I don't care what they're called, we just know what they do.
What gen are these? Are these PVS 14s?
Don't know. They let you see in the dark.
Fair enough. Well, you guys want to all roll up on the door and see if it's unlocked?
Might be best that one of us hangs back in case we need to make a quick getaway.
Doc,
Probably
will you
me,
drive
since-
with one arm?
I drove here with one arm.
Doc
No,
did
I'm
drive
just
across
saying,
the country with
I'm
one
just
arm.
saying, I'd probably be a hindrance to you all more than a help.
Why don't you leave the night vision on and lights off so that way you can see, but you're not giving away your position?
Mhm.
And then if anything goes wrong, flick the lights on and we'll know immediately something's wrong and we can run back to you.
Alright, that or I'll shoot it.
Yeah, shoot, blow the horn, make some noise, and we'll come rushing back.
Still have my pistol, so. Alright, there you go.
Okay, so Doc is hanging back with the vehicle.
Yep.
Yeah, everyone else is equipped. How are you equipping yourselves? You've got
We're taking everything.
duffel bags.
Duffel bags and all.
Bags.
Rolling in like
Well, we're taking obviously our night vision goggles. Do we have body armor?
You each have the
Shan's
body
wearing
armor that
body
you're
armor.
wearing.
I don't. Oh yeah, I do have a Kevlar vest.
Yeah, I think everyone has Kevlar vests.
Did we have grenades?
No.
No.
But you did say we had road flares, right?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna put my spare mags on my chest, because since I'm wearing Kevlar, I'm assuming I have a chest rig. I'm gonna throw my spare mags there, along with like 4 road flares.
Okay.
Packing all the ammo I can carry.
And then, did we have any Molotovs, or were we out of Molotovs?
We had nothing.
The car smells like Molotov because they all spilled.
AKA booze.
No smoking in the van. Got it.
Yeah, it smells like strong booze and motor oil.
That's alcohol abuse.
Do we have any more caltrops left?
Hmm.
Luck roll? No.
Were any of those bottles that were the Molotovs previously empty in the van?
Yeah, there's a couple empty bottles sitting there.
Okay, I'm gonna throw 2 of those with me as well, just in case we need something to slow people down. We can have some busted glass behind us.
Okay. You're going to take a minus or a plus 10 to stealth checks
Oh, that's fair.
because they will
Yeah.
clank.
Yeah, never mind. I want to be quiet.
We got any flashbangs?
No, those count as grenades.
And had to ask.
How many vehicles did you say were in that convoy that came in?
5.
Well, I'm thinking when we walk in there, before we do too much, we make sure if we got to get out of here in a hurry, those vehicles aren't following.
That's a fair point. Let's disable some tires.
Yep.
Okay. So you're loaded up and you proceed past the gate and down the ramp and to the vehicles. Make an alertness check as you approach the vehicles.
Before we get too far, can I have my drone in my bag?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm glad some of you passed your alertness checks because I did.
Yeah, Raven is convinced there's only 4 vehicles. Titus, you can see that on each vehicle there's a blinking red LED on the dash, which you can assume means that the anti-theft system is active.
Does anyone have a shotgun with some scatter shot?
I have a shotgun, but not scatter shot.
I think you do have scattershot, it's just not loaded into your shot.
Was it slug or firing shot? So scatter. It doesn't say anything about scatter, but
Yeah, well, shot is the scatter.
So what we're gonna do, so we don't set off the vehicle alarm, is we're gonna open up this shell. We're gonna take the shot out. We're gonna unscrew the caps off the tires, put a piece of shot inside of each of them, and screw them back on. It'll release air out of the Schrader valve slowly, but it's not gonna disturb the vehicle, so the alarm goes off. But they'll all have flat tires. We're gonna do it to all 4 tires on all 5 of these vehicles.
Okay, make a computers check. You know that this model has tire pressure sensors, and if a tire goes flat, it will send an alert to a mobile phone.
Fuck, that's evil.
Yeah.
This is wrong.
and actually, it works on Rachel's car.
Really?
Welcome to modern
Yeah.
vehicles.
If you get a flat or your tires low, it get a notification to your phone.
I need to stop driving old vehicles, I guess. Shit.
No, because newer ones that got so much shit in them. It's keep your older vehicles running as long as you can.
Oh no, trust me, I miss my old truck. If the engine hadn't gone on it, we wouldn't have got the new vehicle, but hashtag Subi Gang!
Those are what do you call those cars? Edison's, right?
Mm-hmm.
So stolen Tesla, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, idea that Edison stole from Tesla.
Yeah. Okay.
So, what if we actually did grab those glass bottles and just set it so as soon as they back out, they're gonna run over busted glass?
You can do that.
Me sitting here thinking I'm clever and fucking technology.
Yeah.
What we need is some bologna and some mayonnaise, and we're gonna dress some peanuts on their hoods.
You get some Jolly Ranchers and you lick them and you stick them on the paint. And when they knock them off, it takes the paint with it. That'll
Yep.
show them.
Or you get a dead raccoon and shove it under the seat. In
You say
80-degree weather.
I thought you were gonna say put it in the mailbox, and I'm like, wow, you're speaking from experience there, bud.
Yeah. Also the vehicle thing.
I can tell you from experience that if you are really pissed at somebody and you've been hunting and maybe you've killed a deer and you take the full bladder out and just set it on top of the intake, you never get that smell out of a car.
That's evil, and I love it.
I mean, I'm just saying, I've heard that that's what happened.
I mean, I thought it was bad when I gave a classmate the idea to buy a thing of Roundup and spray the C word in someone's front yard that they'd broken up with, and they actually went along and did it. It worked.
You know what I'm discovering is we're a pretty damn sneaky evil bunch.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason technology has evolved to give flat tire notifications to people. People like you degenerates.
Hey, I'm not a degenerate. Okay, yeah, I'm a degenerate weeb. Alright, so we'll smash some glass so when they back up, they'll bust their tires.
Yeah, with our luck, they probably run flat tires.
God damn it, don't give them the idea.
No, she didn't need to give me that idea.
I hate you so much right now.
Super tuna tires and they gotta be running flat.
Do we just have, like, some bike locks so we can just bike lock their tires together so they tear up their vehicles?
How about doing?
I mean, you
No.
risk setting off the alarms.
We do nothing to these vehicles and just get inside the building.
Put super glue in their damn door lock. Oh, wait, they have the remote.
I had an idea, but then I realized these are probably electric vehicles. I was gonna say we could stick a banana in the tailpipe.
These are electric vehicles.
That's not gonna work.
They
damn
don't.
it.
They don't even have handles on the doors. All you do is hold the key up to it, and it pops open for you.
Okay, I'm just gonna urinate on them.
Probably set off the alarm.
God damn it!
The moisture alarm. Oh, it's raining.
Wait. Here's an idea. How dark is it on this floor?
Dark.
It is very dark. It is damn
So-
near pitch black.
What happens if we hide really well and just do something subtle to set off the alarm on a vehicle, but we hide, and when they come down to check, we do absolutely nothing?
You want to
do that a few times.
look around for somewhere to hide?
Because, I mean, you know, if they have a few times where they come down and there's nothing wrong, they might think that they've got a faulty alarm and just ignore it.
They might.
That's a good idea.
They might also just turn the lights on.
Really? You just bitched at... I was just bitched at for giving him ideas.
Well, apparently he doesn't need ideas because he's evil.
You might also need to make an alertness roll.
Like right now, everybody.
Yeah, anyone who's down there.
We're all dead already, look.
Okay, Titus.
Titus got a critical success.
You got a critical success. You can notice that looking at these cars, there's something
They're more
moving
than meets the eye.
inside of them. And
Guys,
as you get closer, you can see dozens of those spiders that you fought at the restaurant inside the cars.
Yeah, it took too long.
Wow, Shin really wishes we had some grenades right about now.
They're not making an attempt to get out.
sorry, I didn't hear that.
They're not
The
making
little-
any attempt to get out, but there's dozens of those little spiders that you fought at the restaurant
They're like little guard dogs.
inside the cars.
Is that the future of car anti-theft? Because if that's the case, I'm not gonna buy a new car ever again.
It might be.
Well, we're leaving the cars alone because they're full of spiders.
Well, I guess we're just gonna see if we can sneak in the building.
I mean, I guess technically we could just put a puddle of gas around each of them and lead a trail away so we could just light the whole thing on fire if we're fleeing.
With our luck, that would take all the gas we have in our vehicle, or when we go back to our vehicle to get the gas, Doc would shoot us. Because she would think we were, the bad guy.
Fine.
That's just the way our luck has gone.
Alright, let's check the door so we can all die together tonight before we have to die next session.
Okay. You approach the door, and it is almost an identical copy of the door that was in the basement of the women's shelter.
We're screwed.
It is ajar.
You just said it was a door. How can it be a jar if it's a door?
Jars have
Did I
doors.
say so? They have lids.
Did somebody loosen it first, or is it pretty tight on there?
It's loosened. It's cracked open a couple inches. You can't see inside because it's a very thick door, but you can tell that it is open and someone has gone in.
What kind of pickles? Are they like bread and butter or regular dill?
Sweet pickles.
I guess that'll work.
Gherkins, actually. Sweet gherkins.
Ew.
Alright, do you guys want to pie the corner and then we can slowly open the door and hope it doesn't alert them?
Of course.
Yeah. Do this.
Okay. So you're going to slowly open the door and try to peek in?
We're
Yeah.
letting Shan go first.
Yeah, Shan should go first. He has best firearm.
All right. So as you open the door, as the edge of it fully opens, light floods out. It's a flickering light, as if from torches inside. And you look inside, and it appears to be some kind of ancient temple. Make an alertness check.
We're screwed.
There's still a person who hasn't rolled. No, we're screwed.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's some critical failures there. Yeah. So it looks to be some kind of ancient temple. It opens up into a very wide room with stairs leading down into it. The room is probably 200 or 300 feet across, and there's a pyramid-shaped structure in the middle. And on top of that structure is a large fire blazing.
So this is how we die. Clearly sacrificed.
I was just thinking that.
But you didn't see anything moving around or that.
Well, judging from our alertness rolls, we didn't see anything at all. Because we're blind.
Oh, you saw the room. You see that it's a circular room. It has stairs going down from this door. You don't see any other exits. You see the pyramid-shaped structure in the middle with the fire blazing on the top. The structure in the middle appears to be made out of some kind of metal. It's very shiny. Not a mirror finish, just it's reflecting a lot of light from the fire. So as the fire burns, it flickers against this structure, and then it gets reflected out to all corners of this room. And that structure itself is probably 50 feet wide on each side at the base, and another 50 feet tall. The stairs leading into this chamber go down about 30 feet from the door, and the ceiling is another, I want to say 50 or 60 feet above you.
I'm assuming it's bright enough that we were all flipping our nods up.
Yes. Yeah, it's bright enough so that you would have difficulty seeing with night vision.
Well, I guess we need to start heading down these stairs.
Okay, as you enter the room, you can hear the sound of machinery coming from that central pyramid. A lot of whirring and clanking. Sound of things being assembled or disassembled.
So as we go down these stairs, are they just like around the outside, like circular? There are landings? What is there here?
The stairs leading down from the door, it's stone stairs. They appear to be carved into the bedrock. The rest of the chamber is smooth sides, almost like almost a sphere, but flattened. Like, you know, those
So
exaggerated pictures they show of the sun when they describe how it looks. It's like a large oval sphere.
So like the stairs go around the outside.
Yes, that wasn't how I pictured it, but I like that. So they kind of spiral downwards. So that as you go down the stairs, you get a full 360 view of the structure.
So we go down the stairs a little farther, we can do another alertness check, so we might be able to see something.
Well, aren't you? What's the word? Not clever.
A pain in your ass?
Optimistic.
Shane's got nothing.
Yeah, so you're proceeding down the stairs, and you're getting views of the other sides of this structure. Feel free to make alertness checks.
God damn it!
Everything is awesome. Everything is
you
cool when you're
go out of the tea.
It's like unicorns and rainbows. We're gonna see happy little trees.
Clearly, Dag is listening to I can't decide whether you should live or die.
I'm mulling it over. I decided yesterday that you should die. I'm just debating how.
Prolonging the
Debating how.
That's not fair to make up your mind on a Thursday. It's Thursday. It's like one of the last days of the week.
Look, that's just when it happened. I was juggling the decision all week. Actually, since last time we played, I've been juggling it. And finally yesterday, I was like, I gotta die.
Oh, I guess after the session, it's back to doing models on Friday nights, guys. Should I do the B-17F or should I do the KV-85 Heavy next?
Mix them together and see what you get.
Yeah.
All right, a flying tank. Let's do it.
So we proceed down about another 25 feet. I'm doing another alertness check.
Yeah, you're approaching the bottom of the spiral. And
I finally succeed.
You did.
And it too. And then we see what kills us.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you're approaching the bottom of the spiral, and you can see the entrance into this structure. You can also finally see, as you get close to the structure, that it is covered in some kind of writing that you can't recognize. Does anyone have any foreign languages?
I do.
What is that under?
That's under skills. It would be a custom skill at the bottom.
Yeah, at the very bottom. Scroll down if you have to.
You've got Russian. No, nobody has any ancient languages. You can tell that it's old. It's almost like hieroglyphics, where it's a pictorial language. So you can see images of people worshiping what looks like spiders with more than 8 legs. You can see almost a story unfolding of people worshiping this spider, being bitten by the spider, transforming into a spider, and other things like that. Just carved
Now we
all
know
over
where
this
Spider-Man
structure.
came from.
And with a critical success, you get a feeling that the writing on this structure is instructions for something. You also see pictures of people being taken apart by the spiders and put back together in different configurations.
Wait a minute. People only come in one configuration here.
Well, no, people normally only come in one configuration, but here you see that there's multiple configurations that people could be reassembled into if you follow the right steps. In fact, one of them is walking out the door. You see a man who he has more than 3 legs, multiple arms, and his body is married with metallic components. Do I have a picture in here? No, let me put a picture in here really quick. So that I can show you. Bear with me a second here. Where is it? Oh, that's it. There we go.
Jesus fuck.
I'm ready to go home now.
I'll
I've
just
seen that movie.
I'll just hit that.
Yeah, so this is sanity check time.
Dang, Shane rolls good on sand. Which is surprising because, Shane's insane.
Alright, we just need one from Titus.
Was that something from a movie, maybe?
Maybe. Okay. This thing is absolutely horrifying. People who succeeded are going to take 1 point of sanity damage. People who failed are going to take 5 points of sanity loss.
So when is your sanity considered too low?
Probably right around now.
Breaking point.
It's under mental for breaking point.
Yeah, so if your sanity is below your breaking point, let me know.
I'm broken.
Whew, I'm 2 points above.
Same.
I'm 1 point below.
Okay.
Shane is 9 above.
So Barry
What the fuck?
is going to...
Shane rolls good on sanity, apparently.
I'm looking up the sanity rules to refresh myself because I can't remember all of the specifics. Bear with me a second.
Barry pulls out his gun and he shoots the rest of us because he's gone.
We'll see what happens.
The spider is his new god. We are all non-believers. He attacks.
Then shoots first, asks questions later.
That's why Shan has such a high sanity. Shan was already insane to begin with.
Oh, you know what?
That's what Shane said.
I'm going to roll that for each person individually because 5 points is kind of its own breaking point. So I'm just going to go through each person who failed. Barry, you're the first one who rolled and failed, so you're going to take that 5. Raven, you're the next one that failed. You're only going to take 2. And then Titus, you're also going to take 2. So Barry, you have lost 5 or more points of sanity in a single roll. You are going to suffer from temporary insanity. You've also been reduced to your breaking point. So you are going to gain a new disorder. And I'm gonna go grab my disorder card so I can pull one of those out for you. Bear with me a second here.
Oh God.
I'm glad I'm the guinea pig here.
You just get a random disorder.
Yeah.
Now, every time someone sneezes, instead of bless you, you throw things at them.
All right, I've got
Yeah,
my.
because the stabbing thing is already Shan's.
Alright.
Someone sneezes, you just throw a rock at them.
And we'll get to
And
what
I'm
temporary
ready.
insanity does in just a minute. So here
Alright, I'm
are.
ready to type in my disorder.
All right, I'm shuffling up the cards. I'm flipping to the center of the deck and pulling a random one.
I don't care what it
And-
is. You don't have to change it.
Taphophobia. And I'll send a picture of this to Discord. The description: dead things everywhere. You have a fear of being buried alive or of cemeteries. Perhaps you fear being pronounced dead and waking up under the ground, trapped and suffocating. Maybe your fear is focused on dead things and graveyards. The living have no business bothering the dead. Cemeteries are bad places. The dead can sense the living, and they grow envious of your life. Sometimes the desire for life is too strong, and zombies rise to consume the living. You will actively avoid entering graveyards and mausoleums. You fear being near the dead, and if your fear is centered on being buried alive, you will avoid seeking medical attention and hospitals. Exposure to anything that makes you think of the dead, funerals, morgues, coffin, etc., causes an overwhelming response, and all actions while in a phobic state other than fleeing to a place of safety or fighting, if in combat, are made with 1 penalty die. Well, that's a Call of Cthulhu specific thing. Successful use of the psychoanalysis skill will ease your anxiety, allowing you to hold things together temporarily. However, you are temporarily insane. You have 3 options. You can flee, where you must move away from the sanity-affecting stimulus at top speed in any direction. You must do this for a number of turns equal to your constitution, whereupon you fall to the ground exhausted, or until your agent feels safe, whichever happens first. This is a common reaction against unnatural and violence threats. You can struggle. This is lashing out randomly at the nearest threat, no matter how insurmountable it might be. Once this course is set upon you, your agent has no choice but to fight until he or she is killed, unconscious, or restrained. This is a common reaction against helplessness and violence. Or you can submit. This is shutting down or passing out from shock. If conscious, your agent is catatonic and paralyzed until the handler decides that he or she snaps out of it. When your agent comes to, it's likely he or she has suppressed the trauma that caused his or her collapse. Remembering the details requires an int ×5 test and is terribly stressful. This is a common reaction against unnatural and helplessness. So, flee, struggle, or submit.
I won't say I'm struggling.
Okay. Let me get this picture into Discord.
Good luck, everybody else.
Well, if you're struggling, then you're fighting.
Yeah.
So you try to fight this thing with everything you've got, ignoring everything else. All right, now everyone else, you're shocked as shit. This thing is terrifying, and it's right in front of you. Sorry, I'm trying to get my cards back in the deck. Okay. There we go. And that's from the Call of Cthulhu Phobia deck. One of the best things ever. Alright, and we're going to go in initiative order once I make sure that I have all the stats on this.
Ugh.
Whoops. That wasn't supposed to roll yet.
Oh shit!
No, it wasn't supposed to roll. You're fine.
I'm gonna die!
You're not the one with the phobia.
Let's see. Barry had...
Shan has a phobia of everything.
That's
No,
canophobia.
Shane's just paranoid.
Okay, so this thing is going to go at the same time as Shan. So, Raven, you are able to react first to this. You flew right through your sanity check. You're not even shaken by it. This thing is disturbing and disgusting, but you've been around at this game for a little while, and you know what's up. And you can take the initiative and the first turn against this creature.
Let me look. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get the rifle out and shoot the damn thing.
That's a success. You hit it. You hit it, but you see the bullet just plink off of its armor plating.
We're fucked!
Yep, Titus, you're up.
Get out of here. Get me the fuck out of here.
Well, I only had a light rifle. Hopefully somebody's got a heavy one.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot at it, I guess.
Your
The
bullet
reason I said
doesn't miss.
at, not shoot it.
Yeah, well, your bullet hits it, but just plinks off of the metal armor that's encasing most of its torso.
Oh god, the heavy rifles are useless. Run!
Shan? Alright, that's a good hit.
Wrong button.
Yeah, you already hit it. Now you have to roll your damage.
Why is Shane's freaking rifle saying 10% for damage?
That's the lethality rating.
You have to go under your weapons, your gear tab.
Shane is in there.
Hold on, let me look at your gun.
Shane's...
The heavy rifle?
No, Shane was doing the AR.
Oh, AR-15. Why is that only... Why does that just say 10%? Okay, roll a D100. If you roll under a 10, then that lethality rating kicks in. Okay, let me look this gun up real quick.
Looks like it's a D12 plus 1 in the description.
Yeah. Why is that not in... Oh. Yeah, so roll a D12 and add 1 to it.
Ooh.
Okay, 3 damage. Your bullet doesn't quite plink off of it. But it also doesn't really penetrate into it.
Shan, should we swap rifles?
Dan can swap to the heavy again.
Well, I've got an AK, which is a heavy. Versus your light.
Apparently Shane has a heavy rifle too.
No? You might want to switch to the heavy rifle, bud.
right, so this thing is going to move forward, and it's going to roll a d4 to see who it's attacking. So, from,
Meanwhile, Barry's over in the corner going, "There's no place like home."
well, no, he's right there.
I am struggling to stay around. Do what I can. I'm trembling in my boots.
Okay, so Raven, it walks up to you, and it is going to try and stomp you with one of its legs. And you notice that as it lifts its leg up, it is just pointed metal. And as it rears back, the leg jams in the upward position, and it can no longer use that leg.
Wait.
Barry, you're struggling, so you have no choice but to attack, but you can choose how to attack.
Okay, what's in my shotgun?
Slugs,
Okay. I'm aiming.
you can't aim.
And do I... Okay. Well, what am I doing then?
I mean, you can use your firearm skill to shoot your shotgun.
I'm sorry, guys. If anything happens.
You missed it by 1.
Hey, that's some shit.
Yeah, so your slug just whiffs. You see it take a chunk out of the wall behind this guy. That'll bring us back up to the top, which is Raven. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you a top. I know that has other meanings. It's just the impression I get, okay?
That's fine. Well, since obviously shooting this stupid thing ain't doing us any damn good, and I'm pretty close to it apparently, I'm gonna use my alertness to see if I can see any maybe weak spots in this armor.
Okay, give it a roll.
I
No.
failed.
That's kind of a free action.
So I actually have to figure out something to do.
Yep. I mean, you can pass if you want. But, just looking at it to see if you notice anything is free action.
Well, this armor's got to have joints in it, so I'm gonna be stupid and take my little combat dagger and try and stab it behind the knee. Seems like a good place.
Okay. Are you going to use the leg that's already jammed upwards or a different one?
No, I'm gonna use the other. It doesn't matter, I failed. Didn't
Yeah.
matter which one I said.
Well, we'll say that you did it to the one that was already jammed upwards. You do see some oil spray out, but the leg continues to be jammed in the up position. Titus.
Shan, go for the joints. Go for the joints, Shan.
Does it look flammable?
It looks wet. It looks like it's a marriage of meat and machine, and that marriage was very messy.
All right. Can't move. I can't see my computer. I will shoot in the general direction of its joints.
Nope.
Yay!
All right, Shan.
Shang gonna aim for the joints then?
Okay, are you going to use a knife or a gun?
Gun. She ain't gonna use the big gun. Shit's scary.
Okay. It's still going to miss.
Nope.
You guys are pretty shaken from the appearance of this thing. It is going to choose a target.
You don't have to give excuses. We just suck ass at firearms, bud.
Come at me.
Well, I'm trying to use the story that the dice are telling. It is going to choose Barry. It's going to
Come on, motherfucker.
kind of slide away from Raven and turn to Barry. And what is it going to do?
Destroy rest of sanity, apparently. I just got a feeling.
Its jaw is going to open up,
Uh,
and tremendously large needles are going to protrude out of it and push down toward you. And it is only going to do 1 damage as they just glance against your chest.
Did Barry poop his pants?
Not yet.
He did that when he saw this thing. So we're
A little squishy.
yeah. So we're back to Raven, and actually, Doc, go ahead and make a alertness check. Okay.
Man, fuck you.
So the creature only gets to attack me. I don't get to
Oh,
attack.
no,
back.
you get to attack it. I'm skipping you again, unintentionally. Thank you for reminding me.
So I can't aim, so I'm just gonna fire away. I'm just keep firing away.
All right. I mean,
Nothing.
yeah, I mean, the aim is an action that takes a turn, so you choose a target or a point on a target, and you spend your action doing that, so the next turn you have an increased chance of hitting it. But you're temporarily insane, so you're just reacting. You're just like, holy shit, a monster! Bang, 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 bang.
Yes, that's what I'm understanding.
Yeah.
I just it's late. I gotta work tomorrow morning.
Oh,
So
that's right.
So-
It is 10:20.
we finish this off. I'm fine with that.
All right. So Raven, you're up.
Jamming my pistol into the back of his knee and pulling the trigger.
Okay, if you're jamming your pistol right up against it, we're going to subtract 20 from your roll, which won't matter because that still will not meet your firearms. Because that would give you a... Oh, wait, no, that would make it a critical failure. So, but we're going to ignore it since it's a modifier. Titus.
How close am I to the spider robot monster?
How close do you want to be to it?
I mean, I'd rather be like 200 miles away in another state, but
Yeah, so you guys were moving as a group. So you're all kind of grouped up. If you want to back up, you can. Its focus is not on you. There's no attacks of opportunity in this game. So you can, like, move away from it if you want. It can still choose you as a target.
I will move away as much as I can to still take a shot at it.
Okay. So you can back up about 10 feet.
Alright, I'll back up and then shoot.
You guys need to...
Didn't you?
You guys need to have successful rolls here. The game depends on
Okay.
successful rolls.
Hey, I do not have a firearm, I have a noisemaker.
Yeah. All right, Shan.
Gonna shoot at its head.
Okay. That is a critical failure. What gun were you using?
The heavy rifle.
The heavy rifle is now jammed. It's jammed pretty good. You can spend your next turn to unjam it, or you can switch weapons.
I'm probably gonna swap weapons.
Okay, the creature is choosing his target, and he chooses Shan.
Of course. It senses vulnerability.
Yep, so he's going to try and bite you. And fail. Well, look on the bright side. You guys suck at shooting, he sucks at actually attacking you.
Well, besides me.
Yeah. Alright, Barry, you're up.
Firing away. I don't have anything else to do besides whatever.
Success.
Yay.
Oh, man. You managed to blow. Sorry, get dehydrated.
Please finish your sentence.
You managed to blow the creature.
Yeah.
No,
Alright.
you scored what appears to be a hit to a vital system in it. The torso starts spinning out of control. Fluids are spraying everywhere. The legs spasm out of control, lashing out. Everyone make a dexterity check, except for Titus, who moved away.
Dexterity.
Yay!
Okay, Shan is able to jump back. Raven is
Definitely
able to
better.
jump back. Barry is not able to jump back. So you are clipped by one of these flailing legs, and you take 3 damage.
Armor included?
No, it does that not beat your armor rating?
No, it meets
Then-
it.
You take no damage.
Okay.
Yeah, you're still knocked to the ground.
Okay.
As this thing is flailing and twitching.
Thrown.
Yeah, so you're knocked down prone. Everyone else dodged out of the way or was too far away. Raven, you got a critical success on that, so you get a free shot at it.
You're doing its third leg.
Which misses wildly. But anyway, after
Because
flailing
laughing-
around for a few seconds, it falls to the ground and stops moving.
If this
What
was
the hell?
if this was D&D, Shan would say loot the body.
We can search the body for stuff.
No, it's time to call it a night.
Yeah, so we are going to end here. Barry, you are able to, or actually, shoot, everyone who is here, who is not Barry, make a psychotherapy check.
Where the hell's psychotherapy?
It's under your
Under
skills
consult.
on the
Oh, there.
left near the bottom. It's usually pretty
Good.
low.
Squirrel just patting him on the back. There. It's
There,
okay.
Shan's slapping him like, get over yourself!
Yeah, well, his the threat is gone, so he's just going to kind of fall catatonic, and he's going to be that way until we come back in 2 weeks. Sorry, Barry. We'll figure out what to do with you at that point. I need to remind myself of those rules anyway.
Well, I'm glad I was the first one to actually get broken.
Oh no,
I'm
actually,
glad you were
Doc's
too.
been broken.
Yeah, Doc's been, mentally broken
Oh, okay.
from reaching the breaking point. So
Yeah.
I'm going to adjust your sanity. Because when you hit your breaking point, your new maximum sanity is what your breaking point is. And yeah, you can't go above 52 sanity again.
Ugh.
And I've set your new
Damn.
breaking point.
We're gonna need a vacation to recover sanity.
Oh, 38.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh,
As long as
and
the government's paying for it.
your disorder replaces one of your motivations.
Okay.
But we can fix that next time. Unless you want to do it.
Let's go ahead and scratch that one.
No, I'm gonna go watch this really great movie that's playing on the back of my eyelid. I hear that chuckle.
So,
You are in 2 weeks.
so Dag,
Yes, sir.
the sci-fi one that you're looking at running,
Yes.
Starfinder.
Starfinder.
is it going to be replacing like the same night as Delta Green, or is it going to be the other Friday from Delta Green?
It was going to be the other Friday, so I'm going to finish up with the D&D book that we're on, and then I'm going to run at least one book of Attack of the Swarm for Starfinder.
Oh, I'm going to bed. Good night, y'all.
All right, nice in.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you mind
I
who
don't-
plays? Could I play?
Yeah, you're welcome to play.
I've never played it, but it sounds like fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Yeah. Good night. Have you ever played Pathfinder?
Yeah, I started on Pathfinder.
Okay. So similar but different. It's just as rules heavy and complex. So it's going to take me a while to kind of get into it. But I would recommend picking up at least the pocket edition of the core rules. It's usually $20. That'll give you everything you need for character creation and stuff like that.
And
Okay.
character creation can be a little, what do you call it? A little hard to understand, but once you get it down, you'll see.
Yeah, we'll have a session 0 where we go through character creation and stuff like that, because there are some concepts and especially professions that aren't listed in the recommended professions that will be useful in that campaign.
Okay. I'll probably do what I always do, which is YouTube video the heck out of it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's what we did. It had Blue and Abyss over here the other week. We sat down with some YouTube videos and figured out how to make some characters.
Yeah, no, that's usually the easiest way to find out about rules, because you can read the rules and understand them, but then you can really understand them if you have somebody talking about them.
Yeah. There's also a podcast called Androids and Aliens, which is a actual play Starfinder podcast by a bunch of failed actors. And they do a fantastic job of going through one of the other Adventure Path campaigns.
All right, I've got that pulled up on my computer now.
Yeah, their GM is he's a dick. But kind of in a good way.
Yeah, no, hopefully it's... Yeah, no. I learned to play with my brother-in-law, who's an asshole when it comes to rules. Like, he won't let you do anything fucky, but then it's, well, you need to tell me that you're paying attention to your purse, because otherwise you're going to get pickpocketed, and you're not going to realize it unless I roll below your, oh shoot, your
Passive
perception, like your passive perception.
Yeah.
And your mule can throw a shoe, and then you guys are just stuck on the side of the road. And he does a lot of really lame stuff like that, and he's really intent about it. But then he's making like pocket dimensions when he's a wizard because he wants to break the rules.
Mm.
That's just asshole GMing right there.
Well, I mean, everyone's going to do it differently. If someone wants to be that detailed, then they should play. They will have a hard time finding players that want to be in that world.
I mean, Shan and I were kind of desperate because we didn't have anyone else to DM for us, so we let him DM for us.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had anyone that was that detailed. I mean, most of my DMs have like ignored material components and stuff like that, and I mostly do unless it's a really expensive one. And then if they don't have it, then that's something they would have bought, so they just get rid of the gold that it would have cost to have it. Stuff like that.
Yeah, no, there's a reason I don't play with him anymore.
Yeah, I don't want that level of realism in my fantasy.
Yeah, no, it's a little over the top. There's a reason why, like, sometimes I might seem like I'm a little over paranoid. Like, the last D&D session I played, I literally was touching every doorknob with Mage Hand and doing everything with Mage Hand that I could because that's just the way that I learned how to play the game.
Oh, yeah.
Trust nothing, ever. Cool. I will do some research, and I'm looking forward to in the next session. I'll talk to you later, man.
Cool. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks. Bye.
Yep. Good night, guys. I'm gonna stop the stream here. Shut that down.